Hi, everybody.
You were doing
Just-
just fine without me.
No.
Not really, no.
Not really.
Just
Take a look at
got
the-
going.
That was louder than I thought it was going to be.
So Miss Free Evening, take a look at the agenda because a couple of changes got made.
Oh.
Okay.
The first one a lot.
Really?
I mean, not
Hold on.
really. Just
Hold on.
earlier today, I was like, we should do a different song because
Totally.
a lot of things
Totally.
happened today.
Why don't I see it? What?
I don't know. I had a hard time. The drive was not being
Life
super
plan.
productive earlier.
Yeah.
Sonic Jen.
I see it. She just changed the song as far as I know.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to be like, hey, are we going to be, I mean, I assume we're going to be talking about all things that have transpired within the last 24
I
hours.
don't even know why we make an agenda anymore because shit just happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does happen.
Fuck your
In
agenda.
24 hours?
This thing can be a complete different thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You never
We
know.
literally just met last night and we're less than 24 hours later.
A whole bunch
It's
of
a
shit.
whole different.
And then they release something
Right.
out of the blue.
I know. No, Teresa's got a good point. Just roll with it. Yeah, just roll with it.
Roll with it. Just roll with it. Yeah, we got to add. Hold on. Let me add this, lest someone get mad at us.
Yeah.
Per YouTube comments, we're not allowed to say his name.
Good point to add it in. Where's a good point to add it in?
Let's just do it front and center.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that, but
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, not that one. But I feel like we should do that towards the end. That way
Yeah. That's a
it
good
drags
idea.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you better believe.
It's a good thing we've all got eyes on computer screens and we know what the fuck we're talking about.
We're like ducks, calm and serene on top and paddling like hell underneath.
Are we?
That's very
Not
true.
really.
That's true.
Okay, not really. We're not very calm or serene.
I was editing one of our lives the other day, and I found that part where we were like, "We're thriving." Steph said, "We're thriving in chaos," and I was like, "Are we?" And she's like, "More of a doggy paddle."
It's all good. It's all
Hi,
good.
Jocelyn. Hi, Alana.
It's all good.
So
Hi,
does
everybody.
somebody have
Hey,
music
hey.
pulled up or do I need to do that?
That's usually you. It always sounds better when you
It does
play.
sound better when you do it.
It sounds better.
Yes,
with
That's
you,
not just me
Stephanie.
being lazy.
Are we choice
yeah, that's
one or
really
choice
not.
two? Song choice one or song two?
I was saying the particular message of the first one is very apropos for today, especially if we get to the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
let me just give the
Jocelyn.
mention. Before we play this one, there were two choices. The second choice song, it's its 8th anniversary today.
It is.
So
It is.
everyone,
Eighth
please give
anniversary.
August D by August D a listen at some point today. That's not going to be our song tonight, but it is its 8th anniversary.
It is the
But
8th
it deserves
which is
props.
also just a giant fuck you to everyone.
Yes, also,
I mean,
but we felt
yes,
the
pretty
message
much.
of this song was better for today.
Are we
Yeah.
ready now?
Let's do it.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yungles. Let's give a clap
Jungles.
for our Yungles. Our min Yungles.
JK clap. JK clap.
Penny cut.
Has been these last couple of weeks.
All right. We'll talk more about that
We'll
later.
talk more about that at the end. We
Yeah,
only have
sure.
an hour tonight. So somebody asked, can we see the agenda? We don't normally share it because sometimes there's notes in it that we don't want to share, but we usually do a quick rundown at the beginning. We're going to talk about Jungkook, I Am Still. We're going to talk about Are You Sure, which we've already talked about in detail. We're just going to give some reminders. Runjin, a little bit of an Olympic update. We're going to talk about a Taeyang trend on Twitter. We're going to talk about our campaign for UNICEF donations. We are going to talk about our feedback from the survey we asked you guys to fill out last week. And then we're going to talk about our youth goals.
In an hour.
My Yungles that I very nicely share with all of you. That I share with all of you because I love you.
Yeah. But first.
Yes. Sharing is caring.
But first. Oh, that's me.
Your first step.
Guess what? Okay. 28 days until Kansas City and London meetup.
Less than a month. Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Okay,
We're time
so
claps.
introverts, start charging your batteries now. Because there's going to be a whole lot of shenanigans and a whole lot of fun. So just start charging the batteries, the people battery.
Yep.
That means I can't do a live between now and then.
Oh, well.
I need to conserve my energy.
Can I quit my job for a month?
I know, right?
Mental health. Mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we could share them. We can wear them together.
That's cute.
We're ordering shirts. We're ordering last minute stuff. The agendas are going out for the thing for both Europe and Canada. Like, stuff is happening. There's going to be, I think, a more detailed agenda available in a couple of weeks, but I think a highlight one has gone out already.
I kind of knew shit was getting real when I started getting invoices that had to be paid. And I was like,
We'll do it.
When the money starts,
when you gotta start dialing that money out. So
I think
feel
you
you on
can do the Patreon next, and then let Christina go because it will lead into.
Yeah,
sure.
Real quick, if people have been here for a while, they probably know we have a Patreon to help support us and the website that we create and the content for it and everything we do and the software and blah, blah, blah. So if you'd like to support it, we have 3 tiers, $3, $5, and $10 a month. They each have some different benefits that come with them. They're all new things. Nothing we did before that was free is locked behind a paywall now. And the $10 a month one we highly recommend because it comes with a private Discord channel that we sometimes put out extra teasers to, and sometimes we have chats or video chats in there. So anyway, we really appreciate everyone who helps support us. Let me click the link. I think we've got a new one this week.
Appreciate you.
Yes, we do. I say that with a flat voice because it's been a long ass day, but don't take it any kind of way.
I hear you.
Been a
All
long
right.
day.
In the past month, here are the new signups, so thank you very much. Amber, Angel, Melanie, Paige, Jeanette, Jennifer, G, Audrey, and Chatty.
Very nice. Thank you. Props.
So thank you guys very much. It really helps us not have to worry about how to pay for things so much. All right.
Thank you, Patreon.
yeah,
Thank you.
All right, next. Okay, so next is the next design in the retro series. Now listen, these are getting more and more fun, but they're also getting more and more difficult because I'm not as familiar with the Y2K aesthetic. Okay, so I really had to put some research into this one. But the Y2K aesthetic is perfectly encapsulated by our very own Jungkook.
our very own Maknae.
Is our next contestant in the retro series. And the design isn't 100% done yet because we're still futzing around a little bit with the text, but I will go ahead and show you. I will go ahead and show you what I have so far.
Time? Okay.
And there
love
we
it
go.
so much.
So this is what we have so far.
I love it so
And,
much.
I worked very hard because those tattoos are very intricate. And so I worked pretty hard to get those. But as you can see, that is a tiger lily behind him because that is
so good.
His flower. So, and then Katie is helping me a little bit with the text, and we're kind of sourcing some of what we wanted to say. But that is the Y2JK So that's going to be coming
That
fairly
part was
soon
from
here.
me. That part was from me.
Yes, fairly soon here. But I thought, yeah, I'm seeing in the comments people saying it suits him really well. That's what we thought too. As soon as we were thinking about a design for him, it was like, this has got to be a Y2K sort of a thing for him. So yeah, and then so you can look forward to that. Probably, I don't know, probably need about another 2 days or so. But I will get that as soon as possible up for everybody. So thank you. Thank you
That's
for letting me
amazing.
show that off. This has been a really fun one. And
Christina,
then who's next?
I'm volunteering you for the next one, Christina, so for the theme of vindication, because you had some words this morning.
I had some what?
You have the agenda open.
Vindication. Agenda.
What
Oh, I'm
movie
sorry.
announcement came out this morning?
The I Am Still. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Tell us about it.
I Am Still. So, I mean, first of all, the description for the movie on the website officially. And it was a beautiful description because it talked about how awesome JK is because of course he's awesome.
He is.
And it extolled all of his magnificent accomplishments, which he richly deserves for all the hard work and talent that he has. And that was it. Dragged on him, and it said, "Come see him in the movie," and it was beautiful.
Yep.
But you know what it didn't
September
do?
18th.
Didn't do.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at
So
him.
it is coming out September 18th, like the bad website leak.
Exactly, and it didn't leave out anything. I mean, it just sounds great.
Yeah, talks about all of his accolades, all of his awards and achievements. Wonderful. Chef's kiss. Great.
Love it.
No
And
notes.
so,
No notes.
yep,
No
looking
notes.
forward to that.
notes.
And I love like American theaters around the world. These documentaries coming every time Big Hit or Hyde contacts you and says, "Hey, we got something for you." Keep it coming, all right? Because I would love to just keep going to the movies over and over again to watch Bangtan on the big screen. It's fantastic. So
Yeah.
It's literally the only time I go to movie theaters anymore.
right, so keep it coming.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I go to a movie
You're
theater.
ticket tapping the screen.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah, and we will, now that we have a date, we'll probably try to get organizing some in-person groups to go. Timing not great. Hannah did not consult us for this.
I know.
We have a lot
But-
happening within the next month.
We do. But the other reason we wanted to get JK's design up and running was not only for the I Am Still movie, but also because his birthday is going to be coming up. And so we wanted people to be able to purchase the JK design in honor of his birthday.
Yes.
Yes. In honor of Doc, I should say we want you to purchase
Okay.
Purchase.
if you would like to support the project that way. So
Purchase our wares.
purchase.
But yeah.
Miss you, Doc.
Also a Virgo, Piper. My birthday's in 2 weeks.
Yep. It's Machne season apparently out here.
Mock day season.
It's Magnus season.
The mock days are ripening.
Really.
And when
I think I'm next, and it's about the Magnus. So should I go with the next one?
yeah.
Next
good.
item, episode 3 of Are You Sure is coming out this week. We're having a watch party on Friday. We will be watching the next episode of Are You Sure, episode 3, and we will be watching Run Jen. So I'll see you all there.
Oh,
And
Stephanie's getting ready now.
Disappeared.
She left to go get in line.
Bye. I gotta go.
Steph,
She's
when you
going.
get back, let me know.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll probably miss it. Everybody tap, please.
Yeah. Tap the screen.
Let's find
If
new
we
army
don't-
friends.
If we don't see Stephanie, tell us that she's here.
If you see Stephanie come in again, please.
If you
tell
see
us.
our leader wandering around aimless, please let us know.
If you see this woman, please return her to Army Project Finder.
During Kansas City, I'm going to stick an Apple tag right in the back of her
Escapee.
back.
If
she's
found,
wearing
please return to.
a blue shirt with a crab on it.
Please
She's
return.
wearing a blue shirt with a crab.
Do not listen to her if she says she doesn't know us.
Yes.
Don't believe her.
She's lying. She's a liar.
No one
She
knows.
always says that. She's
To these
lying.
people. Oh,
I mean, fair. I would Oh, she said she stalled out.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be back when she figures out what's going on.
Yeah.
So speaking of Run Jin, that just came out, the first episode. And we're not going to go into details because we don't want to spoil it for people who are waiting for our watch party. But I know that some of us have at least watched it already. So that happened yesterday. Was it yesterday morning it dropped?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Here in the last day.
Morning it dropped. So like Patricia said, we will be watching the first episode this Friday along with episode 3 of Are You Sure? Of course, Are You Sure is dropping tonight, ass o'clock in the morning for most of us in the States. But because we have our weekly content watch party tomorrow night, we are waiting till Friday.
Stefan's back.
All right, I see her. Clickety clickety.
Clickety clickety clackety. I'll wait until she's loaded.
Sorry, I lost my internet. Sorry. Not my night tonight, people.
It's all good.
We were like, if you find her, if you find this woman, please return her to Army Project 5.
Just roaming aimlessly around.
Don't believe a word she says. She's ours.
She says she doesn't know
listen to
this is not true.
Yeah.
I don't know these people.
I mean, fair and valid, but
It's gonna be a lot of that in Kansas City. I have a feeling. A lot of like, oh, you see those people grabbing that pole and like twerking? I don't know those people.
I don't know them. Those
I really won't know you then if that happens, but just kidding.
Okay, so
We're talking about Run Jin.
yes, Friday is our watch party. It is at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are watching, like we said, Are You Sure? Because we have our weekly content watch party tomorrow. So this is why it's happening on Friday. Same thing as last week. And we're going to watch that first episode of Run Jin. And they just fit together nicely. And we are also doing another giveaway. Last week we did a giveaway of a copy of Golden, and that was tons of fun. And Debbie was our winner. And this week we are going to be giving away a copy of The Astronaut. Yay!
Oh, Jin!
Yes.
Jin.
The blue
Jin!
version of The Astronaut.
Oh, Jin!
We will be giving away a copy of that, and of course, and unfortunately, once again, it is U.S. only because the donation is coming from the U.S. So we are keeping it within the U.S. only. And then in the future, when we have some international donations or we have opportunities to do international giveaways, we will do so. But for right now, with these local ones, we're keeping it local. So just like last week, there will be a question. We will come up with a question that has to do with the episode that you will have to answer during the watch party in order to qualify for the giveaway. So
How many times did Jin whine?
So don't get lost.
It was like one continual. One continual.
Don't get lost in his face. You got to pay attention.
Whine the entire time. It's just one long whine. It didn't end. Even when he was giving his snacks to those children, he was whining about it.
Oh, why am I giving them
Voluntarily gave
this?
them away, and
Everything
it was
I
like they
have.
took all my food, and I'm like, you gave it away.
Sorry, guys. We're giving away. We're spoiling. That's a minor one.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
So yeah, if you haven't, even if you have already watched it, come and watch it with us again.
Yeah.
We'll have
It's good
fun.
times.
And laugh about it together.
And speaking of laughing about things together, Stephanie,
We had so much fun with this last night. We should post that because I taped it.
I know we need to.
Apparently, it seems that the Olympics had a bit of a struggle this year.
Many,
We
to be
have
honest.
a suggestion that we, as AP 529, would like to make to the Olympics community.
Yeah.
You need one J-Hope to lead your breakdancing team because Australia ain't going to cut it. Okay?
Find this man. He's not
Yeah.
that far from Australia, to be
I'm
honest.
guessing his
out of the military shortly.
That's true. And his
He's going to have a lot of
consultancy
free time.
is going to be worth every penny.
Totally.
Trust
Yeah.
us.
He is worth
I
everything.
could literally do a better job right now than she did just sitting in this chair. Like,
You know what?
Look, props to her for getting up out there brave.
You know what? I was just going to say, like,
she's living her
you
best
know,
life.
we don't want to sling too much because, you know, we're about to.
Bravery, or was it a lack of self-awareness?
I mean, we're about to dance at KC.
We are.
So, you know.
I mean, yeah, fair.
We'll have to put some kind of Olympics hashtag on that.
Fair and square.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean,
We're not competing at an international level for medals.
right.
That's
I just
true.
wanna put
That's
that into
true.
perspective.
That's true.
And my husband will not be the head judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our bar is more like,
I
will
mean-
Johnny still talk to us after he sees the videotape? That's
Yeah.
our bar.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Oh,
Because
no,
Johnny's a
somebody
good guy.
edited her
person,
doing-
so.
Somebody edited her to super tuna.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Please
Somebody
stick it in the Discord. Pop that somewhere in the
Put that in
Discord.
the server, please. Yeah, put that in the Discord
Can
server.
you put that in the Discord? We want to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so they made me. I don't know who else hadn't seen it, but we played it during our admin meeting last night, and we have a recording of our meeting live reacting to it for those of us who hadn't seen it yet, and it is.
Yeah, it's one and only Olympics because yes, apparently it has now been.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently, according to some of the comments, you're right. I have heard some tales being told of possibly some scandals involving,
Yes.
allegedly involving the selection process. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I would like to make a forecast of the future and say
Okay.
that her outfit will be one of the top Halloween costumes this year around the world.
Steph Stradamus has spoken.
That is I didn't even think about that.
I feel
That is
like
excellent.
that is a pretty.
Steph, I'm going to be
sweet
honest.
prediction.
You could probably do that hairdo. Your hair is the right length.
Yeah.
You totally
Don't
can.
threaten me with a good time, okay?
Just saying, just get you a turquoise tracksuit.
Just gotta
Yes.
get that.
Yes.
You need a teal
Yeah.
tracksuit. We know you
Only
love a
some people
tracksuit.
look good in shiny tracksuits like that. I'll try.
But I'm also
Awesome.
seeing a couple comments of people saying, "Did you see the weightlifter that she had the tuck
Yes.
on, the shimmy
Yeah.
barrettes in her hair?" And then the Italian gymnast had the tattoo,
Tattoo.
BTS
Tattoo
on her
on
back.
her.
Watching for BTS clues in the Olympics is like a new thing. I didn't know I was going to
It was a
enjoy.
fun game, was it not?
Oh,
Yeah.
and I think that I don't know if this is true. One of the gymnasts that won a medal in rhythmic gymnastics actually did a routine with
Stray
a
Kids.
BTS song.
There's
No,
somebody
it
else
was
in the team
Stray
with
Kids.
Stray Kids too.
Yes, but it was
Cool.
a team.
I saw
A
some
Polish
routine to a
team.
BTS song.
Polish
It was
team that
Dynamite.
actually did a BTS song.
It was
Yeah,
Dynamite.
BTS was at the Olympics.
And there was a Stray Kids one. Yep.
Yeah.
So look at it. K-pop is just coming for everything.
That's,
Well, the thing we loved
Yeah.
most about this breakdancing thing is that apparently it was in the Olympics because they've been trying to get ballroom dancing in the Olympics for a long time, and the Olympic Federation said, no, that's too dated.
Dated.
Which Quince just screamed yesterday.
I did. Oh, what did I say? I don't remember what I said.
You were like, dated? What about dressage?
I was like, dated? But dressage is not.
You know, like
Dressage.
javelin throwing.
Or discus throwing, which is a Greek stick.
mean,
They
in
were
ancient
literally
times.
in the original Olympics. That could be dated.
Created by the ancient Greeks. Created
Yes.
the Olympics.
I think we all agree that we would have rather seen ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
We would have.
yeah.
I mean, I would have paid
Ballroom
to
dancing is
see.
dated.
I would have paid to see Hobie seeing this woman on TV. Like the side eye would have been so extreme, so
Either that, or he
I
would have been like,
paid
"Ooh,
out a camera on
he
it.
would have been like totally like,
He would have tried to be nice. He
You're
really
right.
would have. He would have been really conscious of the fact that he was on camera.
yep.
And he would
I
be like,
mean,
Still, you would be like uncomfortably laughing.
I mean,
I would never.
I will say this. I wish her well because I'm sure her inbox has been
Oh,
very
boy.
interesting since that performance. And so
Yeah.
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 Yes. Okay, let's move right along. We only have an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right. Taeyang, if you follow us on Twitter, you may have seen last night we tweeted a lot of pictures of Taeyang. There was a fun trend going around trying to spread some positivity. So it was just tweet your favorite pictures of Taeyang with the hashtag Taeyang style. So please go check it out. We left some interesting commentary on the photos.
Good pick. Good picks.
Yeah, and some good picks. I found some people who are big. I mean, they're Tay biases, and I asked them to send me their best. Yeah, Quince was one of them.
That's amazing.
No, we deliberately left her out. We made a DM without her, and we were like, "Quick, everybody!"
I can sense when people are talking about it. And I just
Someone needs naked Tay pics. Dun, dun, dun,
I'm not
dun.
sticking my hand in that.
I'm not
Just stay
kidding. I was
Stay
like,
down.
I was complaining about how horrible I was feeling and like how I was so tired and what a terrible night I was having. And Katie was like, "I need to young pictures," and I went,
You
Go
right?
for it right now.
"What?"
She's like, "Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. What flavor? Let's go."
I was like, "Give me your best, most glorious pictures."
Mhm.
There was a photo book in there.
Yeah.
And speaking of Twitter and all of our other platforms, you may have seen that we are running a campaign called BTS on my mind, hashtag BTS on my mind, to get donations for UNICEF. So we're not asking for the money ourselves. We're asking you to donate directly to UNICEF if you can, and then just fill out a form telling us what you donated so that we can tally it up at the end. For those of you who are newer to Army, you may not have seen it for a while, but one of the things Army is known for is charity donations. And it's just been such a messy time recently. It felt like a good time to remind the world that Army is amazing and we are a force for good and we reflect the 7 incredible people who make up BTS. So let's do it. It's been up for a couple of hours. Last I checked before the live, we'd already made, I think, $400.
Woo, look at us.
Yeah, which my fear was I was going to have worked on this, and after a week, it was only going to be $100. So
No. Let's should
Thank
we
you for
explain?
casting her greatest dreams.
Yes, thank you. Should we explain why UNICEF too? About it, if you
Yes.
weren't around in 2017.
yes, so BTS has an official partnership with UNICEF. They have a campaign called Love Myself. They have renewed it several times, most recently in April of this year. So as far as I know, this is the only charity that they officially partner with, if not the only one of the only. So that's why we chose.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Publicly.
On a regular basis, yes.
Yeah,
On a public,
and
regular
publicly.
basis. Yes, they have a campaign with them.
I would bet money that they have given way more money to way more charities, but
For
we
sure.
just
We
don't
know that they
know
donate
about
to
it.
other charities, but this is one that they've chosen to officially align themselves with. So that's why we chose this one. Yes, we have posted about it on so far Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Facebook, and in our Discord. We will be posting videos on TikTok and Instagram. So it's only been out for a few hours, but we're going to keep posting about it daily. And it's going to run for a week. It's going to end next Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. And so that next Thursday, we'll tally up the results. We'll probably tweet at UNICEF and Big Hit and BTS, just letting them know, like, hey, we did this for you. Here's the total amount.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
please be sure to share it. Like when you see us post it, please share it and comment, and that way more eyes will see.
Yes, that's the other thing. We know not everyone is in a position to donate. That's fine. If you can, we'd appreciate it. But if you can't, like the post, share the post, comment on the post. Everything you can do, that all helps. All of those interactions help things rank higher in the algorithm.
Mountain Girl, we literally just started it today. So that's what we're working on, getting other Army outside of AP 529 to know about it. So everybody liking and sharing it will help with that agenda.
Yeah, it's out there. So we'll keep talking about it. So that's it. Just wanted to spread some good in the world.
Yeah, I wanted to do a positive thing without it having to be, as Katie said when we were talking about it yesterday, there's a lot of things going around right now where people are trying to like counteract negative, like it's in a response to a negative thing, which is great. But to do something, we wanted to do something that was just positive, like not like in response to something. But
I did throw in
Very demure. Very
I
demure.
did throw in a
Rachel.
sassy little support all 7 members of BTS.
yeah,
Please know that we do things very carefully.
Look around
Now
it.
we're at that phase now. We've reached that point in the project size of the project where we get our ass handed to us every time we speak. So you got to be careful.
Real fun. It's real fun.
I mean, you know.
I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is fun sometimes.
I mean,
because we just laugh.
It's fun after like the first 10 minutes. At the first 10 minutes, you're like, mother. and then you settle down.
Right. Well, and we're also, we all want to, we're like, we just can't understand, like, why would you not love these 7? Like, that's the hardest thing to like drill through our heads. We're like, I don't understand. You're not speaking my language when you say you don't love all 7. Like,
it sounds like peanuts.
Do you have eyes?
Ears?
Yep.
Is there blood in your veins? Come on.
Which, funnily enough, is what some people say we sound like.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what a segue!
Oh my gosh.
One last thing. If you would like to donate, the link is in our Discord. It's on all of our socials. We'll put it on our website. So it's a card. It's btsonmymind.carrd.co. All right. Take it away, Steph. Or Christina.
It's not me, it's Christina. It's Christina.
Oh yeah, no worries. Well, speaking of, we sent out a survey to just kind of take a little bit of a pulse reading as to how everybody was feeling about the things we were doing. And we asked various questions, such as, things about the Discord, things about the lives, and left some of them open-ended so you could give us a little bit of feedback, because we do absolutely care about you all having the best experience possible for all Army. So maybe through OG Army, who have been there since the beginning. So we read through it. We put eyes on every single comment that everybody made. And we could not guess most of who said the comments. They were all, anonymous. So we weren't wasting time going, yeah, I bet this was Ribbon. Right here, I bet this was M. M, why don't you just send me a DM instead of...
We bet that's M. That's M.
It was like, you're doing great, sweetie, or something. You're like,
No
that's probably Emily.
No one else tells us that. Anyway,
That's our girl.
Real quick, I'm going to start with the things that I think we got that we will be working on and improving, which there weren't too many, but some of these were fair. And I think the number one thing that people were saying that we need to work on is when there's 6 of us here, and we're getting excited about a topic, especially, that we tend to talk over each other, and it's hard to distinguish who the hell's saying what. We hear you. First of all, that is a valid complaint.
Yes.
And we try very hard to not do that, but obviously, the more excited we get, we just start quacking all at the same time. So what we're going to try to do, we're definitely going to try to mitigate that. What we're going to try to do is, for each of the agenda items, we're going to assign them to a specific person. And then as much as possible, we're going to have just that one person speaking. And then we're banding about other ideas, such as raising hands, or somebody's got the conch shell to speak, or something else that will let us know, hey, when there's more than one person talking at a time, we're just going to signal each other just to kind of slow down. Right. She's going to pull the leader card. We hear you, and we will definitely try. One of the things that I think people like about the subjects that we talk about is we're in it. We are so enthusiastic. We love these guys with the passion. So sometimes it's hard to, kind of pull that back a little bit. Yeah. But we hear you.
And I may say, when you're on with 6 different people and none of you are in the same room, we can't make eye contact because for every person we're at a different part on the screen. Right. So it's hard to just be able to take cues. We're going to practice. We can't make promises. But yes, a BTS spirit stick. I think
the spirit stick did come up last night.
Yes, it did. So we're going to try. And then the next one, watch parties in Discord, why a streaming channel? What is that in reference to? Watch parties in Discord.
We got a couple feedbacks that people wanted to know why they couldn't talk in the watch parties. So we wanted to explain why we use a streaming channel.
Okay. So that has to do with the Discord limits of how many people can be talking, as well as we wanted to put some limits on how many people could talk, just because of the same reason that sometimes you don't like to hear the 6 of us all talking at once. The stage can actually hold, I think, up to 25 people. And can you imagine 25 people all screeching about the Macne line as we're watching Are You Sure? It will be a cacophony. So we tend to do that just so we can kind of keep a lid on most of the comments. And actually, while we're watching the content, we mute ourselves so that we also, even when we're on stage, we also don't have the chance, to distract anybody from what they're doing. But it's also why we have the chat. And so if you want to talk to each other as much as possible through the chat, that's great. And also, we had one comment where someone said that they thought the chat was annoying during the streaming parties, like they didn't like it. You can actually close the chat window during the streaming party so that you don't have to see all the stupid GIFs and pictures. I don't want to say they're stupid because I love them, but all the GIFs and the pictures and the, oh my God, did you see Jimin's thighs? If you don't want to hear any of that commentary, you can close the chat window and you don't have to be bothered with it.
Yeah.
So, so that was also good feedback. But if there's ever anything, again, with the watch parties and Discord that we can improve, let us know. So those were the 2 main things that I think people wanted to draw to our attention to sort of improve upon. And we appreciate that. We really, really do. And we will do our best.
Next page.
So the next page is, we just wanted to read 2 of the comments, and these are anonymous, because we love hearing that you guys are happy. So this comment, the first comment is, and I quote, "I love how you have remained in the do no harm lane with any controversies. I've observed other entities getting themselves in trouble for weighing in on one side or the other, and you have shown wisdom here. Good job. I'm proud to be a part of AP 529. That meant a lot. That's really cool, because that is, we work really hard to try to do no harm.
The last thing we want is someone is too ashamed to admit they're part of our team. We don't want that. We want you guys happy.
No, we definitely don't want that. Yeah. So I appreciate that. Whoever you are, anonymous person, thank you.
Yes.
That was very sweet.
Nice that it's been noticed too, because I think that probably everybody out there feels occasionally, now and then, that it is not easy to take the high road.
Nor does it get you as many clicks or views.
Sure doesn't get you as many clicks or views. We talked about rage farming and all of those other things that some people do that we do not do. And it's frustrating. And also, we are people who have opinions and feel certain ways about things. And sometimes we really would love to tell everybody exactly what we're thinking, but we know that that's not the best thing for us and or the project and all of our community in the long run. So we don't.
Well, and we tend to want to keep you all as healthy as possible too. Like, because I mean, it's hard to listen when there's a lot of negative stuff. It's hard to go about your daily life and then come into your Bang 10 space and then again hear negativity. Like it's a lot. And so we try to keep you guys like near the sunlight, freshly watered, pruned. Yep. Like we try to keep you guys.
Yeah. And I will say, because I did make a bad call that I corrected pretty quickly this morning. Like, we're very sorry if it feels overprotective or over moderated sometimes. We're really, really protective of BTS wanting to only share correct, sourced, real information. And especially with the story that we're going to talk about soon with Suga, it was really, really difficult. I mean, you could read some of these articles and there would be a whole paragraph of gobbledygook, and it turns out that the whole paragraph said nothing, but they are so good at spinning words to make it sound like a story. So anyway, yeah, we've just been trying to make sure. And also because we had multiple people tell us, like, I'm having a terrible day. I'm crying because of Yugi. I'm really upset. And we're like, okay, but that's not what we want. Like, we can't control any of this. So let's try to, it's really hard to find a balance of sharing some without sharing too much and like hurting people.
Right,
Yes.
right.
It's
But
all
you
about-
also-
Didn't we say one time, and we should throw this around again? We talked about doing a thread where you could go and scream into the void.
we have talked
We need
about
to.
that. Yeah.
We need to.
Talked about that.
So all the shibbolds.
Yeah.
Oops, I knocked over my drink. Now I'm due.
We are protective of BTS and their stance, and we're protective of our space and our community. And we've also learned what happens, and you guys have all seen it, what happens when people spread misinformation. It does not reflect kindly. And so we very much don't want to be those people that spread misinformation.
Yeah, I will always be on the side of like, I want something that says so-and-so at this company or so-and-so at the police said this, not just sources confirmed, we obtained.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
So
Vent into the Void, we will put that in Discord. For those of you who don't know, it's a channel where you can type messages. You are not allowed to respond to people other than reacting with emojis.
Yep.
That's it.
okay, cool.
It's where you
So
go,
it's
you
like-
can scream your thoughts, and you cannot reply to people. If you do, I will come hammer you.
Banhammer.
I will make a banhammer gif.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right. Well, last
14
one.
minutes.
Yeah, last one. The last comment was, as armies, I think we got split up. So maybe a discussion on how we can gather and be as one family. So that comment, we read that, and immediately we just thought, well, we hope that that's what we're actually doing with AP 529. Like that's the whole intent. And so if you feel like we're part of Army and it was feeling like split up, if you're in the Discord, interact with us on TikTok, interact with us in any way you can, because that's our whole idea, is for this community to come together as much as possible. So, So again, thank you so much for all the feedback. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you have other strong opinions, you don't need to wait for a survey either. You can DM inside the Discord or message us or however you want to get to us.
Kindly, please.
Yeah, be nice, please.
Kindly. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a given.
Yeah. And
I hope.
I mean, overwhelmingly, the survey results were very positive. So it let us know that we're really doing something good. I mean, like
We've
everybody's
got a lot of people here that hardly have any feelings, and somehow we have managed to create a safe space for feelings.
I do my best.
Maybe
Cool.
because they don't have feelings.
All right. We got what? 10 minutes left.
All right.
To talk
Let's
about
do this.
equals.
All right, Steph,
Let's talk
you've
about
been
our
waiting.
sister.
You've been itching.
I said it today in a video. My whole thing was, our man does not lie. What he
No.
said was what he said. And I believed it from moment one, and I know all of us did. It was just, the thing about law, legal stuff like that is, the truth always takes longer than the bullshit.
yes.
So you just got to sit tight and wait and let the thing play itself out. And trust that our boy don't lie, and he didn't lie. It was all true.
Yep.
Kept saying we were like it's stuff felt terrible. It felt terrible. Like even trying actively not to hear the stuff, like you just kept hearing it. And I was and we'd be like, oh my God, this is so disheartening. And it was like, okay, well, we were always like, well, we know he didn't lie.
Yeah.
I was just like, maybe something got misreported or there was some sort of miscommunication and it's not his fault, because we knew he didn't lie. He would never lie.
Right.
He was like, no.
Well,
I
the point anyway. Yeah.
This
The only
movie,
thing that was a quote lie, I truly believe was a misunderstanding, because it sounds like even they are still having a hard time figuring out what kind of freaking scooter / kickboard this thing was.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, you can see it. We know. Like,
I told Steph, my daughter's turning 3 this weekend, and we're buying her a scooter for her birthday. And when I went and searched for best scooters for toddler, it was like this one, and it's called a kickboard. And I was like, too soon. It's too soon.
Patricia, what were you going to say? You were going to say
You
something.
get it. I'm such a nerd. So this morning when I saw this thing going on, there's a quote that I love that I use all the time. And I'm just going to go all Russian literature on you. It's Leon
Not the
Tolstoy,
Dostoevsky.
War and Peace.
Tolstoy.
The two most powerful warriors are patience and time.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Patience and time. That's exactly what we needed.
Yep.
You guys didn't know you were coming here for Tolstoy.
It's so hard, guys.
No,
It does. Especially when you feel like
Because you
people
have
are
to
going
put up
after
with the
Hyde
bullshit.
and saying they're not supporting him and they're not having his back. And it's like, you actually do yourself more damage if you try to speak out, because you're going on record saying stuff. And what if it's a tiny bit different this time? Then now you've got, I mean, so you just have to trust. You have to trust. And I think people love to thrive. I'm not saying that we love to thrive on drama, but some people do. But it's the people that like to build the drama and get everybody worked up, so the conversation continues. And all that just compiled this week into a bunch of. It was miserable.
Yeah. Well, and the truth is so boring.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't even call it a
people
fault.
that
It was a
are, I
stumble.
know, and there's people that
Footage
are
was
mad about
really
that.
boring.
They're mad that it was so boring.
Yeah.
And people that aren't
I mean,
even
it was-
involved in the K-pop community are going, I'm sorry, people were mad at what?
Right.
Okay, all right. So this is what we're dealing with here. We all need to take a step back and just like wait a little bit before we go off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know. Go ahead, Steph.
No, I was just going to say, like somebody just said in the comments, I'm sorry, Pama Rob said, they don't learn their lesson. It's like we just had an actor unalive themselves because of the pressure they were getting and all the attention. You have it happen time and time again, and yet nothing ever changes.
Yeah.
And I kept getting that on like the comments from my video this morning that I made, kind of like, video. And I agree. A lot of people was like, I trusted you. And obviously we trust him completely. But the other side of that is we're so worried about his mental health and how he's holding up in this. And, Nuna Nunchi, Jeannie and I, when we were together, we talked about this a lot. We were talking about Korean culture. And I was like, do they offer grace over there? I mean, is grace a concept? And she's like, not really. And so it's hard to kind of overcome stuff. So that was my concern, but I didn't feel like we needed to be adding to it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? By typing it.
It's not only social media. I think it's also like Korean media is like giving it fodder to like light the fire even higher. And that's part of the culture. And that's something that they have to deal with there. I mean, I come from a culture that is exactly like that. Like in Spain, the media operates almost the same way as in Korea. And they can destroy someone. So, so it's like really kind of sad to see it. We don't need to contribute to that. If the press is already nasty,
I'd like to believe that
why are we going to give more noise to that?
Right.
I like to believe that he was sitting back thinking, you guys are going to be so bored when you finally get this video. It is so boring.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know what Steph said earlier. Any lawyer would tell you, and I have spoken to a lawyer in my family about this before, you keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to anyone. So they did everything that they were supposed to do. I'm in zero way mad at Big Hit or Hype. They put out a statement that they had cleared. They corrected the statement when they realized there was a piece of misinformation in it, and then they shut the hell up, which is exactly what they should have done.
And let it play
lawyers upon lawyers upon lawyers upon lawyers that tell them exactly what they need to do and not do.
Right.
Well, and as you guys
and they are
probably know,
collecting
so many
names for
times
people to
it's
sue.
the most guilty person that talks the most. It's when you know you're guilty that you are just talking and talking and talking and trying to cover up and trying to make excuses and whatever. And I think silence speaks much louder oftentimes than a bunch of words.
The next fuck around and find out notice is going to be great.
I can't wait.
It will be.
I
And you know what
cannot
was good
And
too?
Korea Boo, you.
You know what was good about
And
Twitter today too
Times. And
was right. Well, what was good about Twitter today when I went on, as opposed to last week, what was good about it now is people were saying, "Listen, don't engage with it, but take a screenshot and let's gather all these screenshots up, and where it's appropriate, we email them to Big Hit where it's appropriate."
Because
And
now people are
that's what
trying
you
to delete
do.
them.
Right, because people are deleting them, or they're going back and adding the word allegedly into their article. And so you have to have that. The damage is done with that original one, and armies were saying, look, don't get on Twitter and start to rant about it. Do the legwork, take the screenshots, find out where to send them. Like, be smart about this, because we can help them nail these people. And I don't care if you're Jungkook's right nut tweeting about how you don't like, you think Yoongi should be blah, 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 and you say something awful. Even that little tweet from that person, somebody's going to screenshot it and they're going to send it. Because you got on the internet with your whole chest and you made a threat and you said something bad. So, sorry, that's what happens. So,
I don't know what libel laws are in Korea, but man, we should start.
Actually pretty strict.
They're very
It's
strict.
very high in the U.S. I think the bar is a lot lower there.
Well, again,
we should research it.
Again, what was interesting to me too is these people thinking that because they're anonymous, or they think they're anonymous, that they can go ahead and say these awful things, and it's like, no, that's not true either. So you actually can't.
That I finally put up. I finally got to post it earlier today. Jesus, it only took 2 days. As I said that, it was like these people are behind a keyboard. They feel safe in their anonymity, but we know that that's not truly 100% the case.
Well, and here's the other thing of this whole thing, and what I wish I could teach people, maybe it's the mom in me, I don't know, but these people, these antis that are doing all this shit, they know they can't get to Yoongi. What they want to do is rile up army, which is exactly what people are doing. They're reacting to it, just what they want. So if you don't react, then they're the ones screaming into the void, and they're not going to disrupt our peace. We know
At some point in Steph's DMs this week, I was screaming at her, some of these people have never dealt with the narcissist, and it shows. Because nothing makes someone more mad who wants your attention than fucking ignoring them.
You're right.
Gray rock them.
Well, and
the best way to
by
deal
the way,
with
I'm seeing a lot of comments. It's supposed
There
to
we
be
go.
Jungkook's left, but Jungkook's left is Doc's thing. I can't. Doc's our
So you take the right one.
I'm being fair.
Let's put it in the comments, you guys. But protect at big. Well, actually, it's spelled wrong. Sorry, but it's protect at bighitmusic.co.kr. That is the email that you can use to send in report defamation, report suspicious activity and behavior. Hey, Sophie. And that's the email that you can use for that. They have set up for things like that to get reported. So protect.
When we get that Weverse notification, we all open it and it's like, this is from Big Hit, and it's like, we're going after you motherfuckers. We're all gonna be like,
you JTBC, you and you and you.
Oh man.
Now they name names. They're like, fuck you, I'm naming names.
I hope they get nailed. They're the ones that were like, this is the scooter. And
that's why I'm so protective of this is a scooter or this is footage. It's like, no, this is something somebody's cousin found and emailed.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody's cousin.
This is jack shit until someone who matters
How
says
many
it's
of us, though, especially Yoongi biases, how many of us, when they watched the actual video, looked at his legs and went, yeah, that's him.
That's
That's totally him when he fell over and then he popped up.
and then how many of us went when he fell over? We were like, oh, he's so cute.
Well, I go, baby, don't did you learn to fall? I mean, he's like head first. Like, no.
He was maybe a little tipsy.
I know.
But he jumped back up. And he put his helmet back on.
That's the thing. There was no laying on the ground, rolling around, or whatever people were saying.
No.
That was very obviously not what happened. So
Not happening.
anyway.
Clearly. I mean, literally, just those skinny little legs got right back up.
Well,
Honestly,
I
what
have
I
to be
can see in his
honest.
body posture-
I did not watch the second half of it that takes place when he falls, because I don't know. It's hard for me because I feel like I'm watching someone's worst moment ever. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't want to witness it partly, but then I accidentally saw it and I was like, okay, yeah, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, I mean, for the vindication, because I felt he deserved us to see it.
Yeah.
To know. even though it's not his finest moment at all. But it's also like really like you watch it and you're like, this really isn't. I mean, it's not to diminish that he still.
It was not a good choice.
Yeah, he still didn't make the best choice for his evening, but the way that it was being painted was so grossly out of proportion that you can look at that footage and go, ha 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 ha.
The way people were acting like he was speeding down the streets of Seoul, knocking over old ladies and children.
Over old people, just left and right.
Popping wheelies.
Tossing lit cigarettes.
Yeah.
And beer cans.
Everywhere.
And so
Like,
it's like
elbowing people on the way.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. And Jennifer says, shows he's a normal human. You know, I think part of, I'm going to go a little bit deep here for a second, but I think part of loving somebody is that you realize that they are not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And that, as Stephanie said before, where's the grace? Find the grace. Because I don't think you can say that you love these 7 men and not afford them a grace to be human.
Would it even be good if they were perfect? God, that would be so.
Well, isn't that disgusting? And to whose norm? Who decides what's perfect?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Who decides what is like normal or not normal or perfect or not perfect?
Also hope that anybody who, you know, wanted to razz him for that and try to bring him down, I hope that you never make a mistake. And certainly not publicly.
Snooze, like he says in Snooze.
Yes.
He specifically
Never laugh at
says
someone's
that. Don't laugh
misfortune.
at anybody else because it's going to
They
come
are
back and
already
come back to
making
you.
mistakes.
So many of his lyrics became very prophetic today.
They really did.
Instradamus was not.
Do you know why? Regardless of the fact that he can tell the future, because I'm totally convinced he can. Regardless of that, it's because haters have the same playbook.
Yep.
You're not new. You're not original. You're not creative. You've been doing this since the beginning. For 10 plus years, you haters have been doing this. Nothing's new.
That's part of what made me so mad about the reads was like, at least be creative. Come on.
Right.
The funeral reads is getting really old, first of all. Second of all, you're wasting money, which is part of why I wanted to start a donation thing. Because people were saying like, oh, we should spend money to send happy signs to Hive. And I was like, no, let's just spend money on people who really need it. If you have money to spare. And like, come on, just, this is ridiculous. Be creative.
What I can't figure out is why are the Korea boos and all the different, why, this is beyond, but one day I want to talk about this. Like, why do they still hate this group when they've done nothing but help Korea as a whole? And like, this confuses me that they want to take them down so badly.
They don't hate Korea. They love money. They don't give a shit. They just want the money from the ads.
Gonna sell.
Well, I actually think it's a little bit too of the fact
they
that
don't hate BTS. They just want the money that they get from.
Well, and they did this without their help.
Yeah,
it's not comfortable for them. It never has been, right?
Yeah.
So you know they've never had the control over them and the power over them that they've wanted, and that's got to sting.
Oh,
you know.
sure. Great point.
So
yeah, like how could like a country going and these are the 7 pop stars who are responsible for a large portion of our GDP.
Right.
Like shooting themselves in the foot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they
and
might
there's a
get
TV
the
show
click.
about one of them having traveler's diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yes.
My baby.
And they will make millions of dollars off of it.
My baby suffered.
Millions.
Oh.
Millions, I say.
That just shows you our adoration for these men because they can be drunk and fall off a scooter and they can have diarrhea and we're still like, oh my God, look at them.
They're so cute.
They're so
And I mean, like some people have been saying in the comments, like we're not going to talk about like all these other scandals, but there is a lot of other stuff going on in South Korea right now that is like far more newsworthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That like people should be talking about.
Yeah. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain kind of thing.
And again, it goes back to why we spend so much time researching and getting true sources of information for y'all and helping you with your media literacy, because it's very important because it can affect you. Reading a sucky article you're just like, oh my God, no. And then you find out later that article has no ounce of truth in it, and you just upset yourself from a lie for no reason. And we don't want that.
And then if you
Nobody
went
wants that.
and it told 4 other people, then those people are now also upset all over something that's not true.
It is literally their job to write an article that makes you want to read it, regardless of whether there's any truth or information in it. It's their job to take the barest scrap of information and turn it into like 5 paragraphs.
Right.
They're trying to get you a click.
I saw somebody
they're trying to get your click because that's what's going to sell.
Yes.
Their ads, and that's how they're going to get money. It all goes into an algorithm, and basically, the more clicks the page gets, the more clicks their ads get, and the more money they're making. So don't give them the money.
You know, in this space, at least, though, we are proudly OT7, proudly, and it's not without. It can't be done without Yoongi. So never were you ever going to hear anybody in our space calling for his head.
Without
seven. And we would rather be slow than wrong.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to the important things.
And listen, you know what? The funny thing is people are saying on Twitter, like, wait until Yoongi gets out and starts writing a cipher. And we laugh. Wait until these other 6 these other 6 are ready to defend their Yoongi Hung. And when some of these companies and journalists try to get back on the wave once they're making the money and making the news in 2025 when they get back together, and these other 6 are going to be like,
choke on it.
We're going to see a repeat of Yoongi's last. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And
they're all going to be trained and buff. So you really needed to think about that decision before you shit all over Yoongi. So
I picture Jimin and JK going to sleep every night in the barracks, repeating a list of news outlets like in Game of Thrones.
His list.
I mean, nobody goes after Hyung.
I know. I'm serious.
You guys have seen how big of a fanboy Taehyung is for the rap line.
By the time
he's real buff now.
By the time Jimin and Jungkook get out, they're gonna have like defense moves where they like hold each other, and Jungkook's gonna like swing Jimin's body like a javelin, and Jimin's just gonna it's just gonna be crazy.
Always comes back to the javelin.
Came back.
Yeah. Brought it back.
Always comes back to the javelin.
Go back to the javelin.
It's not dated.
It's not dated. It's fine.
They
just walk the torch from Greece every 4 years, every 2 years.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we could get Cypher 5 out of this. We could get
Cypher 5 is reserved for V. Can we just go straight to Cypher 6?
Well, and he could turn around and say, because on Sexual Talk, he said, I think August D is done. I've said everything I need to say. He might have to be like, you know what? August D's not done. I think he's going to have to come back out of the...
It's going to have a little sticker.
He just releases an album and it has a scooter on the cover.
Flames coming out the back. That'd be amazing.
I'm ready for it. Like man.
Song titles. There was a seat.
There was a seat, but it was small.
But it wasn't foldable.
Resurrection. That would be amazing.
Oh goodness!
And before we end, because I think we're coming to the tail end. We forgot to write this down. Speaking of, you can literally not do anything without somebody getting mad at you. I learned this last night. There are people who are upset about the rock tower in Are You Sure?
Yep. Oh yes,
because it's apparently dangerous for insects and wildlife.
Yep, I called it.
Okay,
I said they were going to.
I'm gonna channel Doc here for just 1 minute, please. Excuse me. Be so fucking for real.
Yeah. Because we were like, oh, okay. Like, because kind of what we were expecting to hear is, oh, some people are upset because it might be a religious thing and not part of that religion and something like that. Right. And then it was like, no, they're upset because it might harm some insects.
Yep. Or it might fall over and crush. Yeah, there are people all over TikTok that go around and they kick them over because they're like trying to save the insects and shit. And I'm like,
Not that it's
John
not just to be safe, but
did
like
that.
just let the man make a rock tower for Jim and shits.
There's a highlight.
They better not take
So
that
little
down.
control.
They better not take it down.
If he kills a tick that has Lyme disease, that's one, you know.
I mean,
Yes, Rachel, you're right. They probably do.
Yep. He was
Let-
doing his best.
Which actually,
So if you
Rachel,
ever
you're
think,
right.
how could
If they
anybody
go
get
and
mad at
they
Army
just
Project
kick them
5?
down, then they've done exactly what they were so afraid was going to happen.
Exactly. I mean, how many insects do we kill on the daily just by walking?
Yes.
You see Becca's comment?
let insects that don't need to be here. You know what,
Yeah,
Jen,
Becca
put
said,
next
listen.
time we're gonna make you a list.
Yes.
Yeah, Becca said, listen, some insects don't need to be here. I'm just putting that out there. That is true.
Cockroaches do not need to be here. Mosquitoes.
Well, they can't resist a nuclear bomb, cockroaches. Well, I mean, if you can get
That rock
rid of
tower is
them.
going to be the end of them.
That and Twinkies. And JK is clearly trying to save the Twinkies. They're going to survive. He was
Exactly.
survived. So you know what? It all makes sense.
I'm thinking I might buy a bunch of Twinkies and pass them out at the movie when we do the movie thing.
Ooh, yum.
Banana Twinkies.
Twinkies.
That's a
Good
good
idea.
idea.
Banana Twinkies.
Or a Twinkie and a banana milk.
All right. Well, if we're ending, I did promise I was going to show the JK design one more
Okay.
time. So,
Yoo-hoo!
kaboom!
Yay!
Me, I would build a rock tower and then put a Franklin citronella candle on top of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Twinkies were sold out at all my stops today. That's amazing.
I love
That's
it.
very
I can't
cute.
wait for that design to come out.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be good times. And then who's next? We'll see.
We'll see.
Oh, I like that
Exciting.
take. Somebody asked, is the rock tower why the mosquitoes went after Jimin?
I mean, we're not saying for sure, but
We can't prove it.
causation.
We know
Maybe-
things.
But Revenge of the Mosquitoes makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally.
That would be Revenge of the Mosquitoes starring Park
The Park Jimin.
Deepak Dimon. Cutie pie.
Okay, so don't forget Friday night we're doing the watch party in Discord.
Watch party in Discord, episode 3.
Let's just plan out your weekend right now.
Yeah.
Your weekend
We're
starts
giving
tomorrow.
An astronaut.
Yep.
Too. So you should be there. Be there or be square.
Yes. We have a weekly content watch party tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
p.m.
Eastern.
8:30 p.m. Eastern. Why did I say Central?
We have a watch party for Are You Sure episode 3 and Runjin episode 1 on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, Please Go Live Your Lives. Sunday, we have another live at 8 p.m. Eastern.
On
Well,
Saturday.
Saturday morning we have Hangul class.
And Sunday morning, we
For
have
those that are
class, so
doing it.
Oh,
we're
good
keeping
for
you busy.
you.
We also
Yeah,
have some European watch parties in there. The Friday
2 p.m.
is
Friday Eastern.
Begins Youth, 2 p.m.
And I think it's 2 p.m. Friday and Saturday. That's the time they usually vote for, Eastern.
Friday
which
is
is
Begins Youth, and Saturday is Bon Voyage. Still,
Oh.
yes, Bon Voyage.
And next Monday, we're finishing Begins Youth. We're doing the last 2 episodes. We're starting at 8. So if you want to join us on Monday, we're going to be doing that. Bring a box of Kleenex because the last 2 episodes are
Yes.
Kleenex worth it.
Yes.
We also have the European watch party.
And,
They had their watch party today, the weekly content.
You
one.
guys
It's
are
on my
lonely
site.
army out there because I get comments all the time on my posts. So I don't know anybody. If you come and you join the project and you get involved in Discord, you will never be lonely again.
Ever.
You will have so much
We will
shit to do.
bother
You're going to
you
be like, enough
With
already.
so many pics.
we'll be like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But also,
Yep.
just wanted to mention too, take care of yourselves out there on the internet. If things are starting to get a little too rough for you and you're starting to feel anxious or anything like that, come into our
Step away.
space. Yeah.
Protect
Or
your
step away. Yeah.
Protect
But-
work.
Yes. Take care of
And,
yourselves first.
Please check out BTS on my mind, hashtag BTS on my mind. Please donate if you can. Find it on any of our socials, and I'll make sure it's on our website tonight as well.
Yes.
Sweet.
As always, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really
Yeah, love
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Love you
Sorry, I
guys.
forgot you. Sorry, man.
Yoongi. Love you, Yoongi.
We appreciate
Rally.
you giving your time.
Yeah.
We very quietly stood behind you just like you would.
Yeah.
Right, Yoongi. sleeping quietly, just waiting.
Everybody, this is still a great time. If you have fan letters on Weverse, go and leave positive fan letters for Yoongi. Make positive posts. Send him words of encouragement because he's still gonna need it. He's been through the ringer in the last week.
We should post the BTS on my mind to Weavers. I know some people who would help with
Yes,
that.
we should.
Yes, totally.
And I'm trying to get somebody to translate it to Korean too. Okay.
Nice.
Have a great week,
All right.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.